All right, guys. At the top left corner, please put your number, your name, and maybe your goal for the test. Do you think you're going to be an E, a P, an M? What do you think? All right. Let's read these directions together. Number 1, which number line shows the fraction 2/4 at point R? Label all the number lines with fractions before you answer. So you are going to get a ton of points just for labeling the number lines. So you're going to count the equal parts in one whole. That's going to be your denominator. And label each of these tick marks with the fractions that they represent. After you've labeled the number line, you're going to look back. Was R at 2/4? If not, leave it alone. If it is, circle it. You're going to do this for each of the number lines. Go ahead and count the equal parts in one whole. That's going to be your denominator, and then make sure you label each of the tick marks, the whole number line. If point R is at 2/4, circle the letter. All right, pause the video and unpause when you're ready to look at the next question. Number 2, look at the number line below. How many equal parts are between 0 and 1? That's going to be your answer down below where it says equal parts. You're also going to get points for this. Label the number line with fractions to prove your answer. You're going to have to count the equal parts in one whole, make that your denominator, and then label each of the tick marks. Make sure that you use small handwriting or it's going to get all messed up. Pause the video before we move on to the back page, please. Number 3, the number line shows marks at which fractions. Choose all the correct answers. You're going to have to label the line with fractions. So go ahead and you know what to do. Count the total equal parts in one whole. Make that your denominator. Label all the tick marks. Then come down here and look at these options. If 4/3 is on your number line, you would circle it. If it's not, leave it alone. 8/2. If you see that on the number line that you just labeled, circle it. If not, leave it alone. 10/4. If you see 10/4 on your number line, circle it. If you don't, leave it alone. So on and so forth. Pause the video to finish those and then unpause when you're ready to move on to the next question. All right, number 4, label the number line below with fractions. We've been doing this quite a bit now, so you should be able to know how to do that. After you've labeled each of the tick marks with the fractions that they represent, it says write the fraction at point A. So you're going to go look at A and look at what fraction you labeled there. Pause the video to do that. Unpause when you're ready to move on to the next question. All right, number 5 is going to be a good one. Using this number line below, Christopher says that A is at 1. So I'm going to go down there and look. Okay, Christopher, I see where you're coming from. A is at 1. Fallon says that A is at 8/8. Okay, I could see where he's coming from, but at first I'd have to label the number line, right? Jacob says that Chris and Fallon are both correct. Label the number line with fractions to explain, and then answer in a complete sentence. So you're going to find your denominator by counting the equal parts in one whole, label each tick mark, and then you're going to explain in a complete sentence why are they both correct. And so if the question is why are they both correct, you would say they are both correct because. So you get a point for capitalization, you get a point for punctuation, you get a point for restating the question, which would be Jacob says they're both right. You could say they are both right because, and then you get a point for saying why they're both right. All right. When you're done with the quiz, just hold on to it as usual and look up at the board for directions. All right.